it's Kristen. I'm here again with the Intuitive Wellness Spa for Wellness Wednesday. And today we are just working on some stretches. Most people come in for massage therapy because of back pain. It's just that simple. And we have no idea when massage therapy is going to open back up, and we wanted to provide you with a few things that you can do when you're at home on your own. I want to emphasize that number one, I am not a yoga instructor, but we are going to be doing a few yoga poses today. I am also not a personal trainer, even though we're going to be doing some basic stretching. In the world of massage therapy practice, we are trained in stretches, we are trained in anatomy and physiology and kinesiology, so we are qualified to provide you with some very basic stretches. However, if you have any kind of back fractures, if you are a pregnant person, if you have any type of herniated disc and you are under the care of a physician, you should absolutely consult with your doctor before you do any stretches at home. Now, I'm going to warn you, the first couple of these are on the floor, and I realize that for some of you, getting down on the floor and doing stretches is difficult because you're not always sure how you're going to get back up. Some of these are just the best stretches, and if you can try them and just take your time with it, I think you'll find that you really get some great relief and some great just strengthening throughout your back and your core. So I highly recommend them for you. After today, if you go to and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Intuitive Wellness Spa, you can go under the videos provided by ABMP, that's the Association for Bodywork and Massage Professionals, and videos, 1 to 2 minute videos of these yoga stretches are on there as well. Likewise, if you go to the Intuitive Wellness Spa's actual web page and go under Body Sense, we have various articles that you can read, and if you go into the winter of 2019, the stretches that I'm going to be doing in the chair, there are greater descriptions and pictures of those stretches there, so you can feel free to check into those. So the first thing we're going to do, and you don't have to have a mat, I mostly am using a mat so that it's easier for you to see my body position, but I would definitely recommend doing this at least on carpeting to cushion your knees, is you're going to get down into a tabletop position. So for tabletop, you just want to make sure that your wrists are directly under your shoulders, and you don't want to lock out your elbows. And you want to make sure your hips and your knees are in alignment. You want to hold in your core so that your back is straight between your shoulders and your hips. So you're just going to basically be in this position. Okay, so you notice my core is held in. The stronger your core, the better your back will be. So whenever possible, make sure you're squeezing your core. They call this pose threading the needle. There's a lot of ways that you can do this and make it more difficult. We're not worried about that for today. So the first thing that you're going to do, and I promise I'll turn my face back to you in just a minute, is I'm just going to start this with the right hand. You're going to lift your right hand up, kind of look at it a little bit, get that first stretch going through your spine, and then you're going to bring it down, and this is the threading the needle, right underneath, and you're going to go all the way down until your shoulder and your head are on the floor. And you're just going to hold that for as long as you can, but realistically, probably a good 3-4 breaths is good. And you're going to feel that stretch going all through your spine and down across your hips. Okay, and then to come out of it, you just use your left hand and push yourself up and bring the hand out and put it flat, and you can do it again on the left-hand side. So again, the arm comes up. You're going to thread the needle and lower down slowly until the shoulder and the neck and head are on, not the neck, I'm sorry, the shoulder and the head are on the ground. Okay? So that's your first stretch. For your next stretch, you're going to be on your back. And you've probably seen this, and I've shown some of you this before, but you're going to have your feet a little bit flexed, and you're just laying flat on your back. I'm going to go ahead and just do this on my left leg, and you're going to bring your left leg into your chest, and you want to kind of let it roll out a little bit, as close to your rib cage as you can. As you can see, I don't get super far up to my rib cage, but I get over as far as I can, and even now I'm getting a little stretch in my hip, but it's also stretching through that mid to low back. I'm going to take my right hand, I'm not yanking, I'm just gently putting it over on my knee and pulling my knee over, as far over as I can go while still trying to keep my shoulders flat to the ground. This is just a nice spine twist. And it's going to stretch all the way. Sometimes you'll feel little pops where your back will actually crack, as they say. I call it a little self-adjustment. You can put your other arm, your right, in this case it's my left arm, out to the side if you want for stability, but you really want to try to keep that flat shoulders as best you can. And to release it, just bring that knee back up to center and straight down. So again, not that hard. Knee comes up, reach with the opposite hand, and roll it over, keeping your shoulders flat. Okay? Now again, for both of these stretches, you want to do them on both sides, and you can do it a couple of times. Again, deep breathing while you're in those poses. Deep in, I generally recommend counting to about 5 on the inhale and 5 on the exhale. Now, for those of us that have a little difficulty getting down to the floor and getting back up, there are a few stretches you can also do with a decent chair. So you just want to make sure you have a chair, and you're going to sit feet flat on the floor, knees at approximately a 90-degree angle. So you don't want a chair that's way low like a bench. You want to have a comfortable chair. And then your back as straight as you can. Again, you need to pull in that core. So you kind of imagine there's a little string in your belly button. You're pulling it towards your spine. I always say start at the top. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips. They're back and relaxed. So you're just going to keep your head straight forward. One of the most basic stretches you can do, it sounds silly, but it's great for your neck and your shoulders, is to just turn and get your chin as far towards your shoulder as you can, keeping everything else in alignment. And again, you take the few simple breaths and return to center. And you can do the same on the other side. Likewise, once you're in center, you can bring that ear down to the shoulder as far as it will go. That's going to open up your neck. It's going to open up your sternocleidomastoid muscle, and it's going to help with the shoulders. Here's what you don't want to do. I don't want to bring my shoulder down, my ear down rather, and my other shoulder up. That isn't going to help your stretch. So you're bringing that ear to shoulder as far as you can while keeping the opposing shoulder down. You want to have that stretch. So for you, if that stretch is only this far, then that's what it is. Over time, it will get more and more. The final stretch, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see it a little bit better. It's simulating sort of the cat-cow in yoga, which I didn't do for you today. But it's the same concept. So you're not flush against the back of the chair. Again, your knees are over your ankles. You're at a 90-degree angle. Core is pulled in. Shoulders are back and down. And one of the stretch that you want to do is to just roll that back. Now, it's not just rolling the shoulders. That's not getting you there. You want that to come from the mid-back. You're going to roll that back. So now you would be in cat if you were in yoga. And then you're going to stretch it back, where you're kind of pushing the core forward and really almost making a bowl with your back. That's your cow. And you want to do that a few times, just to get everything moving through your spine. If you're able to do all of those stretches, the two we did on the floor, the two neck stretches, and the cat and the cow in the chair, you're going to find, I've just been doing this for you for the last 6 or 7 minutes, that your body temperature already warms up a little bit. You start to feel that spine and that back really moving around and feeling looser and a little more comfortable. The more you can stretch and elongate those muscles, the more you're bringing blood into the area. And that's one of the things we do with massage. When we're moving down your muscle, we're stretching it out. That's part of what we're doing. It helps bring blood in to get the toxins out. And that's what helps break up those knots. That's what helps giving you that feeling of being relaxed. And that's what helps with your overall body function and movement. So overall, if you can be doing some of these stretches just for 5-10 minutes a day, each day, until we can open up and give you massage again, you're going to find that you're feeling so much better. So we hope to see you all soon. I hope these stretches are helpful for you, and have a wonderful, blessed day. Take care, everybody.